Welcome to The Art Box, your podcast dedicated to exploring the vibrant art scene in Nevada and beyond. Join us as we embark on a journey through galleries, theaters, studios, public lands, and streetscapes, meeting the artists, curators, archaeologists, nature lovers, and cultural influencers who shape our creative community and our world. Whether you're looking for your next cultural adventure, seeking inspiration for your own artistic pursuits, or simply curious about the world of art, tune into The Art Box. Together, let's open up a world of creativity and imagination. Let's dive in.
Dreams, what if the night is about you and me? So lift your
Okay, well, thank you for joining us today. This is MJ at the Art Box within the STEAM Center in Mesquite, Nevada. And I get to talk with and share with you guys, I think it's super fun, Justin Gable, and he has Lasermade, a company that does laser engraving on just about anything you can think of, really, right?
Yeah. Literally almost everything.
Yeah. I mean, there really isn't any kind of limit, really. I mean, I'm sure there's limits.
Not too bad. Yeah, depending on obviously the laser that you have, the ones we have, you can do just about anything from plastics and ceramics to the one big one that we use a lot. There hasn't been a metal that I haven't been able to do. So.
Wow. So when I first got introduced to Justin, he had created some slate coasters and brought into Juniper Outpost. I was in love with those because they're classy, they're cool. I mean, I love the designs you did. You've got the golfer, you've got the hot air balloon, which if no one is familiar with Mesquite, we're kind of famous for that. And the hot air balloon that happened in February, right? January, February. So they're really beautiful. And then I found out that you can do golf clubs. Do those. Let's talk about first of all, what got you into this?
Originally, it was kind of just like a crazy idea, I guess, with me and a buddy of mine. He had what you call a diode laser, so it's a little less power. It does things like wood, for the most part, thin wood, almost like basic like wall signs, I guess, if you want to do like a little wall sign on. So they had that. I've always had knowledge of engraving golf clubs. I've seen it done. So we just started messing with that, with the idea of doing golf clubs eventually. We found out after a lot of trial and error that wasn't the laser to go with for golf clubs. So then just kind of expanding the fun, I guess, before it was really a business. We did the leap, I guess, made more so as a hobby and got the laser to do golf clubs. And then that just kept going. The possibilities are still endless. I'm still finding things that you can engrave to the point where like I'll find just any piece of metal just to see, what will happen with this.
Yeah.
So it's really fun to just find out what you can do and just the progress that we've made in the last year.
Is that how long you've been up and running with it? About a year? Yeah,
almost a year for the business, a little over the year, I guess, with like tinkering and experimenting. It's
really fun to see what you can do. And if anybody is listening and they really want to see something in action, I would encourage you to go to Juniper Outpost and find their YouTube page, because I know our interview is on there. Whatever we put on Facebook would have been deleted by now because it was a couple months ago. But it's on Juniper Outpost has a YouTube channel. And we did a live face-to-face interview, and you did some engraving, and that was really cool.
Yeah, I did a little Raiders.
Good. So go to Juniper Outpost's YouTube channel and find, it was back in October. I want to say it was about the middle of October we did that interview. So it'll be on there. And you can actually see what he does in person, which is really cool.
Yeah, it's super fun. Yeah, right now we're building the website. That should be up soon. Right now we're just gathering some pictures and videos to really launch it and get it out there.
Before we sat down, you were talking about this new... Tell everybody what you were telling me.
Yeah, so...
It's very cool.
If you're a golfer and you love golf, like I do, you probably heard of the name Scotty Cameron.
Yeah.
Or Bettinardi. These guys are guys who, and if you're not familiar with golf, these are guys that mill golf clubs with milling equipment. So they take a piece of metal, and it's a machine, and they, long story short, they will mill out a putter head. And obviously they put like, specific weights in there. They're very, very, they're made with very good precision. These putters are very sought
I
after.
didn't realize that was a thing. I guess I always just thought they came out of some factory.
Yeah,
My husband's a big golfer, so
Some of them do. It's really cool to watch these things being made. You see a block of metal, and then it's just like another piece, tool spinning and cutting grooves into it, or cutting pieces out of it, and until it leaves you with the putter head, essentially. So they're very finely made. A lot of people in the golf community want a Scotty Cameron, or they have one already. So if you golf, you definitely know what that means to other golfers. So what we're doing is we're going to customize a good handful, maybe 10 to 15 Scotty Cameron putters, and do a huge launch, either on Whatnot, which is a pretty common, I guess, kind of like a live auction app, or like a TikTok live.
Okay.
Something along those lines.
That's cool.
To show people and kind of give people the opportunity to not only get a Scotty Cameron, but they're going to all be one-of-one customized putters. And we're hoping to be able to kind of allow people to get these for, honestly, like around retail, or maybe even less. And that's kind of how we want to do like this grand launch. We all know how expensive these putters are. So I love them just as much as anybody else. So I think it would be really cool to be able to, I guess, use my resources and allow people to have the putter they want for, a little bit less than, I guess, you would expect it, especially for something that's customized. A new one, brand new, is they're around $400 to $500 if they're not doing like a limited edition run. They did one that was like it was an all black edition. It sold out within minutes online. There was lines out the door at like Dick's Sporting Goods, and now they're so limited. Those are reselling for in the thousands, like over $1,000.
Wow. I know that golf clubs can be quite a thing. My husband accidentally left. He helps coach the boys' golf team here. And he laid his club down to help this kid. Of course, got distracted, forgot he had left it there. Thank God one of the other kids had picked it up. And so 2 days later, but he was like, it was one of my custom-made gloves.
Oh, no.
Well, if you don't get it back, I guess you learned your lesson.
Yeah, we've all been there.
Yeah, so that's really cool. So they'll be one of a kind when you guys put them on.
Yep, one of a kind. And then we want to try and do something too, whereas like if you see something that you like and you don't get it, or if you want a custom putter, we want to offer a way to at least message us. And, we're willing to work with anybody if there's not a design that they like.
Yeah.
And they still want to kind of get in on the good deal for these putters. We're going to try and take some custom orders and work with other people who, didn't get something or didn't see something that was catching their eye.
That's cool. Yeah, and you just create whatever design on the computer, right? And then amplifying the heck out of it. Yeah, probably.
For the most part. Let's say you're like an animal person, or you want a picture of your dog, I guess, on a club. We can do things like that, or take a theme or a pattern and kind of piece things together.
That's cool.
Right now I'm working on like an outer space theme for a client. And so I've just been piecing together, like I had to make the stars for the background.
Right.
I had to find like a spaceship, and I had to find an astronaut and a moon, and edit all of these designs and then fit them into the shape of what the club would be. So it takes a little time if you want like more of a detailed design. It takes more time than just running something simple. A couple of days ago, I did a set of irons, and they just wanted it to look like it was dripping down or melting.
Oh, okay.
So we did the whole set in 2 days.
Wow.
So once you get the shape, most sets of irons they're all the same shape of the face, so we can just do the design and then lay it in there.
That's cool.
So that's a lot easier to get more done that way. but the intricate ones do look really good.
Yeah, I can imagine those look really awesome. The cool thing about those is, well, A, nobody's going to steal your club because if they show up with it, you're going to be like, oh, that's mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. But gosh, I mean, when we were at your shop, I mean, you were doing everything from water bottles, metal ones, right?
Yep, tumblers.
Do you do glass stuff or?
We're working on glass. Glass is a bit difficult. We're using a CO2 laser is what they call it.
Yeah.
For glass. So you can either etch glass to where there's like an engraving on it, essentially.
Okay.
Or you can do a lighter, I like to say frosty engraving, so it almost looks like a white paint,
right.
essentially.
Right.
That's a little harder because of what it is it's like the heat of the laser and how much time the heat hits the glass.
Right.
So the heat will essentially make microfractures, allowing that the little cracks that the naked eye can't see, it looks like a white color to us.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's really cool. We're almost there.
Yeah.
I think some people might say we got it, but for me, I'm a little bit of a perfectionist, I guess, when it comes to it. So for me, I'm not quite there yet on glass. But yeah, eventually, like, we would like to do wedding things, champagne flutes, bachelor party glasses, whiskey glasses, and things like that.
Yeah, whiskey glasses could be really cool.
Super fun. I've made a couple that look pretty good.
Yeah.
I just put like, initials on it or something.
Yeah.
They came out good, but all glass is different.
Right.
To whereas like with the metal, I can get stainless steel and I have my settings I use for that.
Right.
But
could you, I'm just sitting here thinking now you got me on whiskey glasses. So you know how they make the little steel ice cube things they're steel squares or balls and you throw them in the freezer and they stay cold and they don't water down your whiskey. Could you engrave on those?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, as long as it's a metal, of course.
Huh.
Yeah.
All kinds of endless possibilities. I think one of the coolest things, if you have a business and you want some sort of tchotchke stuff, whether it's coasters or water bottles or anything like that, you would be the guy to go to because they're really beautiful. You can send you their logo, whatever it is that they want on it. Oh, yeah. And your price point is pretty impressive, fun stuff. And I know it varies on what you're putting it on and the design and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, for the most part, I think we've gotten pretty lucky, I guess you could say, on who we found for suppliers, kind of allowing us to still give people an awesome price to, then I can wholesale it, sell it to somebody.
Right.
And still letting them have like a competitive edge in their own market.
Right.
Instead of, we kind of both make out instead of the...
Right. Right. I know that's which by the way, we are dreadfully low over at Juniper on those coasters. I think I sent the last two out the other day.
Oh, nice.
Hot air balloon ones, and I said, you better get him on the horn because we have none.
Those are great.
And it's Christmas. So
yeah.
We need some.
I'll have to get over there after.
Yeah. Stop in and see David because I told him, I said, you better get him on the horn. We're dreadfully low on these, so they're really cool.
We can do a lot of different marketing things, and Juniper's given me some good ideas too for them as well. So anything that anyone thinks of, if it's their own business or if they're a realtor and they want to give their own ideas to somebody.
Passed your name out to a couple of realtors here in town. So I'm like, you guys, this is a no-brainer for you, because they usually put together thank you baskets. Well, why not throw a couple of those coasters in there?
Yeah.
Or water, one of the metal water bottles that you can do with their logo on it. Maybe something cool about Mesquite, since that's where we live. But I think it's really cool. And so I have to ask, is this something that you've kind of always wanted to do? I mean, what was 5 or 6 year old you doing?
Right. I think the golf perspective of it has got me hooked. I've been golfing since 5 or 6, so it's always been a hobby of mine. And then I'm the type of person, I like I like to have my own things. So it's one thing to have a really nice putter, but then it's another thing to have the nice putter that nobody else has. And I know I'm not the only one. So
Yeah, you're not.
so that's and to be able to create things like that, then a hobby that you really enjoy is really fun.
That is cool. Yeah. So have you ever been on a golf course and you happen to see one of your clubs that you did?
Not yet. Usually it's other people seeing my clubs, and then I go home with work.
Yeah.
So
That's awesome. I'm still trying to figure out how I could get my husband's clubs away from him long enough for you to. I'm like, how do I do that? You know, he golfs 3 or 4 times a week, and then he's coaching. It's like he always has them with him.
all right.
I guess I could sneak him to you in the middle of the night if we could have him back by the morning.
It's possible, yeah.
That's a hard one for if it's going to be a surprise. I guess there's no surprises after a while. So yeah, I just think it's really cool what you've done, and it's you and one other your friends that. does
Yeah.
this.
Yep. Yeah. He helps me a lot whenever he can.
Good friends to help push a business forward. That's neat. And have you always been here in Mesquite? Did you grow up here?
No, I've been here for almost 5 years.
Okay, where'd you come from?
Michigan originally.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
Born and raised in Michigan, but I've been all over the place. I've lived in Colorado, Florida, Oregon,
Oh my goodness.
Illinois,
We're at in Oregon.
Eugene.
I grew up in Hood River.
Okay.
And if you probably know, because you're a sports guy, so you've probably been there. It's,
Yep.
yeah. Between skiing and surfing, whatever windsurfing. Thank you. That's it. I was like, gosh, why is that not coming to me? Yeah. So cool. So you've been all over living the good life. And
Yeah, it was fun. I took some time at some point to travel and kind of get out there.
I know your mom is here. Did she follow you or?
I have a lot of family here. They ended up getting me here eventually. Yeah.
I love what you do. I've everything that I've seen when we were there was it was cool to watch you use the machine, and I love it. I think it's awesome because it can be so unique.
Yeah.
Nothing.
That's cool.
You know, it's not like it's just a rubber stamp item.
A couple weeks ago, I did some tools for a client.
Oh. Didn't
which
even
is
think about that. That would
right.
be cool, right?
Yeah, it was. He's been just in trades for a long time, and he's one of the guys that like engraves his own tools, maybe with like a knife.
Right.
Like you just etch your initials in them.
Right.
Because any tool guy, your tools get lost.
Oh yeah.
All the time.
They get stuck in somebody else's tool.
Someone else has got it, and then it's not yours anymore. So.
Right.
So yeah, making tools are expensive. Making those one of one, or at least putting your initials on them.
I didn't even think about that, but
I
that
thought-
really makes sense.
I thought that was a super cool idea.
Yeah, that really makes sense because, like you said, they are expensive and it's his trade.
Yeah.
So you don't want to lose those, whether it's accidentally being misplaced or not.
Yeah, and if you do misplace it, then it's gonna go right back to you.
Yeah, it'd be pretty hard to say, no, man, I've had this forever. No, you haven't. Other job, which is, tell us what that is, because people are going to go, well, what does he do?
That working at a dispensary
Yeah,
here in town,
nice.
which is pretty cool. That's all. I mean, I've done that all over the United States, opening stores
Really?
for some big companies.
Yeah.
It's
Deep
been
Roots is a
fun.
pretty big company, aren't they? I mean, I know they have Vegas.
Yeah, they're growing. They're growing in Nevada for sure.
Yeah.
And then they're branching out to some other states as well. I think through investors, which is cool. It's
Yeah.
good. It's cool to see. I like to say I started when it was like the Wild West.
Oh, yeah.
Laws, rules, and regulations weren't necessarily fully established. To see it grow and to see where it's come to now is really cool.
So this is it's very different from your day job, really creative, and that I think it would be really fun from your standpoint as far as designing stuff and like working on this outer space, whatever thing that I think that'd be cool. It's a really beautiful high-end operation. It's not, somebody sitting there chiseling something
Right.
out like that poor guy with his tools. I know when I was there at your shop, I was like, wow, this is way bigger than I had assumed.
I see a few people doing it There's a couple companies. One, he's doing it kind of with Scotty Cameron's. He uses torches to oxidize the metal and change the color, which is really cool. I'm getting into that now. That's fun. Burning clubs is really fun, but that gets dangerous too. But he's really good at it. He sells his Scotty Cameron's though for like $800, maybe more, which is awesome. I mean, not to say they're totally worth the value and the time that he puts into it. But for me, I want to make it affordable.
That's cool.
I want people to be able to afford the nice things and, the one-of-one things.
Yeah.
800's a lot. You really have to want it.
Yeah, you really do have to want it.
So for me, that's kind of what I would like to try and do is I'm not out here to, make millions on a putter. I just want to be able to kind of spread the love, I guess.
I like that.
Love of the sport.
That's wonderful.
At a reasonable rate for something that's customized for you.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
We all want something cool like that.
And prices are going up everywhere else right now. So yeah, I guess it's people with the businesses who can control that in their own way. I feel like I might not make the same amount of money as somebody else, but I think more people would come.
But I was going to say, but
I might have more clients than sales of other people. So
yeah, I mean, it's wonderful if you can make stuff that only Tiger Woods can afford. But how many tigers are there in the world? So.
Yeah, and we all want to look and feel like Tiger. So
of course, well, you probably don't want to feel like him now. Maybe 20 years ago. I don't think he's feeling so hot these days. Poor guy.
Yeah, he's been through a little.
Yeah, he's been through it. So that is awesome. So thank you for sitting down with me and sharing this love that you have.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you for agreeing to do this not once, but now twice with me.
Yeah, and we'll be launching, we'll be getting our own supply of clubs too. I know it's a little risky for somebody to, say, here's my club, good luck.
Right.
So, no matter how good they think we are, there's still some people are going to worry, obviously.
Yeah.
So yeah, we do want to we're going to get our own line of clubs, wedges and putters, and so engrave those and provide those, or have those as options and have somebody, okay, I want this model, and then here's a theme, and then we can go back and forth and see if they like what we put together for them, and then do that on the club.
That's a great idea.
So there's options. It'll be fun.
So don't be scared, guys. Call him, get your stuff. And if you're a realtor, especially, I think those slate coasters you make are so beautiful. They're just classy looking. They're not some cheap little coaster. They're really nice. They're really, I love the images that you guys have worked on with those. And you've got the VVH. The bulldog ones that are great.
Mm-hmm.
The dog tags. That's something else he does, too. You did dog tag necklaces, which our local high school are the bulldogs. And so you did the little bulldog, and it's on both sides, isn't it? So that it doesn't matter if it flips. Yeah, those are really cool. I think those are
those are awesome. Yeah, those are cool, and we can always do custom, with the bulldog logo on one side, and if it's a number and a last name for one of
that would be so cool.
A sports player or something.
Yeah, if you've got a football player or even a basketball player, whatever, that would be a great gift for. That's a really great graduation idea too. You're thinking, it's like, wow, guys, get on his list.
Yeah, we're willing to work with people. If it's something that we don't discuss, or we can basically bring just about anybody's idea to life.
That's a great idea.
And I love that too. I love being able to bounce other ideas off of people, and it's something that I haven't done, or if I have done it in my own way, I get to do it their way. And
awesome.
Make them their own special gift. So it's really cool.
Yeah. That is very cool. I really love it. I love what you guys are bringing to the table. It's all right, guys. Thanks for joining us, and hope you come back again and listen to another episode. In the meantime, thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Time out of your day to come down here and do this with me. So I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
All right.
Broadcasting from the Mesquite Works Steam Center in the scenic Mojave Desert, the Artbox sponsors thank you for listening. You can find us on Spotify, Samsung, iHeartRadio, Podchaser, and Amazon Music. Please subscribe so you don't miss an episode. We are on Facebook and Instagram as The Artbox. We welcome all comments. You can email us at artboxvv@gmail.com. The views and opinions expressed on this podcast are those of its hosts and guests and do not necessarily reflect those of our sponsors.